Yeah.
And cheer with the rock. So they do power of God.
Paper round. This to give young people plenty of money. That and the milk round. Remember the milk round and the paper round?
Something
How
about
about
you and date your family?
Go on, Peter. Right. Anyway, I don't think you wanted to be on the show for that.
Right. My most romantic thing I've done for a lady is I set her a private. I've done her birthday party. I set it up, organised it, surprised her, and I had a violinist playing "Happy Birthday" to her.
Countryman.
I have a season ticket. Thanks, Claire. Love you too, Claire.
Oh, now we pick on you. The time I run.
Passenger. We're not interested in passengers tonight, yeah? We want you to get involved. We want to hear what you think. We want to hear what your views are. Do you know what I mean? So get involved. Use the comments, okay? We've got a comment section there, and I'd very much appreciate it if you use it. All right? I'd even appreciate it even more if a couple of you lot, you know what I mean?
If you found out that someone you used to date changed their gender, what would you do and how would you feel? If you found out, I'm repeating. If you found, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. He's gonna set me up. Hold on. He's gonna set me up. Caroline.
No, Jackie said, put on yam on the table.
Wait, hold on.
That's what I mean. Laughing after me again.
Man, forget beating now, but seriously, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard for a woman to hit you, don't hit the man. But it takes a man.
What?
No, hold on. Some man techniques regular from that woman. And don't even threaten to talk about it. I'm talking. I say it's hard for a woman to hit you and you don't hit her back, but it takes a man to walk away.
Thank you. And red card. Remember red card?
Those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification straight away. All right?
What happens when two DJs, a comedian and a cobbler come together?
Anything goes. We chat about anything.
Anything Goes is a new podcast featuring DJ Countryman, Martin Wynter, the Shoe Doctor, and comedian Rudi Lickwood, and the real deal's Peter Terry.
Anybody know who this guy for America?
Boy, that's a hard one, you know.
Well, it definitely was not Christopher Columbus.
Damn blasted liar.
Turtle be a Caribbean restaurant or an appropriation of an African Caribbean culture?
You never accept going into an authentic Chinese restaurant and a white guy is cooking the food. You're mad.
The food, have no taste. Ain't got no taste.
I think the cocktails are all right.
Shut up, man. What are you talking about?
Dickhead.
You know, say high blood pressure, hypertension, and stress kill more people than cancer. No, kill more black people than cancer.
No, I didn't know that. I thought it was the police.
10 p.m. Wednesday nights.
Facebook watch parties are welcome.
Live and book fairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, ask the questions. We come up with the answers.
You can come up with the answers. Me, I take the mic out.
Anything Goes is a podcast for adults live on Facebook each and every Wednesday, 10 till midnight. No, less than that, 10 till we're done. Sure.
How you doing, people? Thank you very much for coming bright and early, man. This is Anything Goes podcast. It's a podcast for adults after 10 o'clock. So if there's anybody, right, who's easily offended, Go your bed. You not belong here. You not belong here. You not belong here. It's going to be a great night tonight. All I ask is that you get involved. Yeah, get involved. Right. I mean, what I'm going to ask for straight away, if there are any questions you would like the panel to answer, please do not hesitate to put them in the comments. All right, I will be putting them through. All right, and we will try to get through as many of them as we can. So let me just do my quick little shout out to Donna, the Rants and Bants crew, Julia, Astrid, Jackie, Evening Verona. But as you know, people, it's not me one who is doing this. As you know, there is a right-hand man. So before we even get into this, let me bring him here. He's the one and only Countryman. You're eating. Look at you now. Eating, you know. Eating and drinking. What one?
Wow.
You more full?
That's better.
You almost had that. You almost had the ER face just now, bro.
I was trying to do ER. It's not ER, it's ER.
It's ER. We got a new one. We got a new one for him.
Oh God, Saturday made me laugh, but hey, that's story for another occasion.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Share the link. As Rudi says, get involvement. Hello to Jackie, Trevor White, people, Nevada, Cato, please send in a question.
Nevada in the room.
Yeah,
Nevada's in the room. Respect,
Nevada,
bro.
Cato.
Look at that. Trevor's had time out. Bloody hell. Wagwan.
So I'm looking questions today. We have a Wally Pa Baga today. Wally Pa Baga today.
Yeah,
so we are Jamaican. ER!
Shall we bring him in?
Red cards. Remember the red card?
Oh, yeah. Any choppiness
I go on. Send in a red card. Jackie called myself though, man.
What, Jackie throwing out red cards already?
She give me a red card because me have my company cup. He's a company couple.
Hey.
Company couple.
Jackie easy, now. Jackie not easy.
Audrey, hi Audrey. YouTube too, as I remember, share the link and what's the word?
Subscribe.
That's it. Hi Patton, Patricia Foot, hi Tia, Jackie Benjamin. I've had a trim. Now, 3 weeks. What's the matter with you? Sure. Anyway, let's go. Bring in ER.
Okay.
Listen, stupid mistake. I take it on the chin. I lost on Saturday. Before that, go up there, starts his rubbish. Yes, I lost for a stupid mistake. The most stupidest mistake ever I did. And
right, my family.
Peter, how long did you last?
Take it like a man.
Peter, how long did you last? No, let me ask. No, Rudi, how long did Peter last?
Peter didn't even last about 5 words.
Listen.
Not even 5 words.
Listen. Let's do it now. Now.
Yeah.
Bring it. Bring it. Yeah.
Anyway,
even my beard ran away from me through the embarrassment. You know what I mean? So yeah, all right, country. Don't worry. Don't worry.
What a bad man.
Greetings, Peter. Never mind. Next time you will get him.
Don't worry. I'll boss him up. Listen. Anyway,
anyway, as you can see on the backdrop, ladies and gentlemen, the Cobbler's not here. The Cobbler's still doing his challenge, isn't he? I believe. Is he doing his challenge? Yeah. So in order to we couldn't think of a better replacement for him, to be honest with you. We just could not think of a better replacement for him. So we scoured the whole of Birmingham. Yes. And we came up with the Queen of Birmingham comedy, Miss Annette Fagan.
Whatever, Annette, whatever.
He got slaughtered, mate. He wasn't even slaughtered. He wasn't even slaughtered. It was an embarrassment. It was an embarrassment, man. It was an embarrassment.
You know the worst part about it? The whole room was a root for you. Even my colleagues at work was going. And when I went to it, they said, Peter, last what happened? I said, I don't know. They said he was faster than Usain Bolt. He said, no.
Bring it.
Man's thick as pig shit. Sorry.
Bring it.
Thick as pig shit.
Bring it.
Hi, Annette. How are you, Annette?
Country.
I miss you, Annette. How's our kids getting on?
How's it? Our kids are what the ones in care?
Yeah.
The social workers drop them off every Tuesday. I'm just like, I'm gonna flip.
Tell them that daddy say hello, yeah?
Yeah, man, I will do. I want some money when we see your money.
Yeah, you know it go. Annette, you know it go. The CS in our run right now, you know, so you know it go, Annette, yeah?
You're right, Rudi. You're right, Peter. Everybody airy, everybody nice. Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting better tonight, Annette. So I know you're gonna back it up. So I'm good. I'm good.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I came home, I ate some food, and fell asleep like big people. I woke up in it.
What on there? You fall asleep. You fall asleep like Peter Terry.
Shut up. Shut up.
Peter's always falling asleep in his chair, man.
Don't worry. Don't carry bring it.
You know what, country? Hearing you eat woke me up. That noise wakes me up. It gets me. Like a man who can eat.
Can I eat Ramadan?
Country, enjoy it.
Annette, tell me something. You missed the carnival this year? You missed the carnival?
No, I went carnival same way, mate. What are you talking about?
So we noticed.
Yeah,
we know.
Yeah.
TrinityJungleJuice.com has just been so complete.
Really bad.
Even if it's half minute, cause I know you're wrestling me quick. Hot girls don't get dropped in a split. Bad man holding my walk up and seal him up.
Are you actually back an officer? I don't think so. I'm arresting you under section 32B of the Carnival Act 1975. You all have the right to remain silent, but it may harm your defence if you do not dance to a selection of beats that you may require later at Carnival. Any dance moves you do make can and will be used against you in a Carnival dance-off. You do not have the right to an attorney. Even if you can afford one will not be afforded to you. Now, do you understand these rights that I'm reading to you? Do you understand these rights that I'm reading to you? I'm sorry about this, but what happened is we walked in, it's a carnival atmosphere, and they weren't smiling, they weren't dancing, they weren't enjoying themselves. This is not, if you're at home, you better just stand up and start bopping. I don't care if there's no music on, get up and start dancing. We're the Soca Police. We've been...
Shout out to the Soca Police.
So Annette, what
Basically, I've got a crew called Soca Police, and for over 25 years, we police the streets of Carnival, we police raves. We just got to make sure everyone's having a good time. And it was counting there was no Carnival. I think it was one of the busiest years we've ever had. We did a BBC One Extra podcast for an hour with Mr. Jams. We did a BBC Sounds podcast for over 2 hours. It's bad. Go and check it out, boy. We went on the streets. We had our sound box. We went with our police uniform same way and danced around the streets and just talked to people that were still hanging outside their rooms and raving and so forth.
Tell me something.
Yeah.
What was it again? You go and make sure people happy.
Yeah. Well, we just go and see if people aren't enjoying themselves. We like stop and search them. Like, why aren't you enjoying yourselves? It's a carnival. So if they're not smiling, if they're standing around being bored, we police the party. We make sure the party gets started.
Okay, can you do that to Peter Terry right now? Can them don't look happy?
Hang on a sec.
I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out, Peter. Which way do I go? I'll sort you out, Peter.
Don't worry, Annette. Don't worry. Don't worry. Can I just say something? Rudi.
I'm listening,
Rudi, we just saw Annette in a party atmosphere. Can you show them Countryman by his car what he did at Carnival? Can you show them, Rudi?
Wait, I'm not sure. I'm not with you, bro.
Can you show him what he did by his car when he's dancing by himself?
Peter, forget it. It's not working.
Can you just show him? Can you show him, please, Rudi, what Countryman was doing at Carnival by himself?
You're talking about when
you know what we're saying, innit?
You're talking about when Country was by himself.
Can you lick it now, please, Rudi? Yeah.
The hotel bed is just squeaky. The hotel bed is just squeaky. Alphabet is just squeaky. The alphabet is no. What's up, so far you must say vice mushy live. You must say what's surprising, hurry. Holy wawa father. Find something. I'm on your way for something. Voila, you better find.
Go on, Countryman.
Actually, it looks like Peter because two of them light skin.
No, Country. It was you. It looked
like you're light skin.
Country, if you notice what you did.
In bleach.
In bleach like you, Peter.
Country.
Them a bleach out their skin. Anyway, forget that. His timing was right. Okay, let's crack on. Where's my questions? Rockstone, telephone. Right, evening everybody.
Evening.
How are we today?
We're good.
Irie.
Basically, I can't find what I'm looking for.
Would you like me to put one up, Country?
Yeah, put one up.
Story of his life, can't find what he's looking for.
Annette, come on. You got 3 kids for me, Annette. You got 3 kids for me.
Right, one.
Annette.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. And one more on the way. All right, Rudi, put up the first question. Okay, first question. Basically now, yeah. Peter to you. You're going to kick off first here, Peter. Peter, wake up. You sleeping?
Go on now.
Okay, would you sacrifice? No, we done that last week.
We did?
Yeah, kick off with the question I was supposed to start with. End with the last week. We're going to start with this week.
Okay. I'm with you.
No, you're not. You're with the village. Daddy. Big up yourself here, Verona.
I can't remember it, you know.
I think it
was it Astra's question? It was Astra's question, wasn't it?
Yeah, my Astrid question.
Hold on.
Question.
I think it was this.
Julie Jules, thanks for your question. We'll drop that one soon in. Hi, Annette, you okay?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah,
Everything
man.
all right?
Yeah,
Don't
everything
forget, while
Irish.
they're getting their acts together, if you win any CDs tonight, you got our podcast CD, Slow Jams. You need to text the number
Below.
You need to text the number below if you want a copy.
Big up to all those who get CD. Love some feedback on the CDs, please.
Yeah, give us some feedback.
I think there was one person who turned around and said that could we just kick off with this for now, and I'll get up Astrid's question.
Okay, question. Peter, question. If basically though, Peter, fun and joke aside, Peter. So here's the question now. If capital I, capital F, you had a partner, who never had an orgasm, would it bother you? Peter.
Would it bother me? Yeah, a little bit, because you're not doing your job properly, are you? You're not satisfying.
But you weren't bothered with me, Peter. You just let me carry on saying I was like, wake up, Peter. And he's like,
well, it's true, because somebody tell me, said, Peter, I was fast asleep.
Shut up.
Anyway,
no, seriously, you just feel incompetent, innit? If you can't make her have an orgasm, you just feel like, you know what? She's not feeling you.
So what would you do, Peter?
Rejection.
What would you do, Peter? What would you do?
Would I stay in it?
Well, obviously you haven't created an excitement, but what would you do if it never happened?
Well, I don't get that problem anyway. I've never experienced that.
Peter, somebody tell me see I was asleep, but anyway.
God, you're talking about yourself.
Hang on, that's why you never experienced it, because you're always asleep.
You're talking about yourself, country.
So, Peter, what would you do, Peter? What would you do if it just never happened?
Well, if I notice that I just work harder, innit? Because it's never happened to me anyway, but I just work harder. And it will happen.
You know, it never happened to me, and it will happen.
But if you're changing it around now, then that's a different ball game, isn't it?
Define changing it around.
Well, obviously she's not making me come or whatever, then, it's not worth it.
Alex.
Well, me,
a woman's perspective.
I'm a little bit selfish, so long as I get mine, I'm good. It would depend on that person. Is it imperative for them to come? Because so long as everything can stay hard and keep going, I would just carry on as normal. But saying that, I do like a challenge. And for me, I'll be like, oh, what's going on there? And I would like set up a little lab, put on a lab coat. You know what I mean? Be taking temperatures, changing positions, doing certain things. But if they've not got a problem with it, I ain't got a problem with it. I'm going to get mine. But I'm sure after a while, I'm going to get bored, because no one gets to see that face, that cum face. Not many people get to see that face. Not even their mother gets to see that
face. What face is that?
It's one, I would say, the face when you're having a doo-doo. Like, it's kind of almost the same face. Like,
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's like looking at Peter's face.
If Peter's face was like that when he was coming, I wouldn't be impressed. You know what I mean? You need to look some kind of contorted. You need some kind of destroyed, because man, to have this little look of vulnerability, it's like, yeah, that's what I want. That control right there. That I got you. You're weak. That's what kind of is there.
You know what?
You're weak.
Peter, you're weak. Rudi, give me your interpretation.
I honestly would feel as though I'm not doing the right job. I feel that because I think really and truly I'm not selfish like Annette. I'm in love. Annette don't give a shit. Annette's just about herself, right? She's just selfish, right? Whereas me, to me, lovemaking is about me trying to pleasure my wife or my partner, so to speak. So I would feel that I'm not doing what correctly what she's asking me to do, or something ain't right, I would feel that something's not right in the relationship, because I think ultimately to climax or to come at an ending is the end of a beautiful day or evening, or that we've come
Or in
through
your case,
something.
2 minutes.
Oh, shut up, you.
2 minutes of my life, I'll never get back with you. I'll never get them 2 minutes back.
Don't forget, hold on, wait, Peter. So Annette says, no, tell her like Carol says, 75% of women don't come through penetration. Just saying, Annette, is that how true? I mean, you're 25% today, so you have to talk to 75%.
All I can say is, I keep saying to some men who say they don't do certain things with orally, that is the gateway. That is the portal. For me, it's like, if you want to guarantee, I'm getting there, start with that, or come to that at some point.
Well, I'm just going into my box. If that be the case, I'm just going.
That's what I'm saying. Shining face, everything.
You can imagine Countryman, innit? You can imagine Countryman, innit? Caveman.
So tell us then, Countryman, how would you deal with that situation there?
Yes.
How would you deal with that situation?
No, Countryman, how have you dealt with that situation? Carry on.
and it's basically, that's mine and your secret.
Come now.
Forget the basically, get on with it.
Basically,
You're gonna get kicked out of the room, bro. You carry on like that, I'm gonna see red cards. There's gonna be red cards all over the place. You carry on like that, blood.
Leave him,
So
you know how the Rants and Bants crew stay. You stay there. Come on, man. What would you do?
Hang on a minute. How can it be a Rants and Bants crew? They say the Rants and Bants session.
It's not a rant, but me know them. Come on.
Not a Rants and Bants session. This is anything goes. So
It's
there's no
definitely
Rants and
anything
Bants
goes.
crew.
But I know who's in the room.
But there's no crew.
Why do you
just answer the question, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to answer the question. I want to keep on fobbing me off.
All right.
No one ain't fobbing you off, man. Answer the question, man.
So basically, you just have to do your thing in it. If them not happy, you just go back and do your thing again.
I knew it. Typical.
He's so stupid, isn't he?
Typical, isn't it? That's a typical.
Wouldn't you get bored, Country, though? Wouldn't you get bored?
That's a typical kind of answer, isn't it, really?
Annette, have I ever been bored of you?
I don't know. I fell asleep.
Oh dear.
I want to come to a shaking feeling
country. We'll whine him. I'm not here. Oh,
come back, Country. Me sorry.
For me, Nevada says, for me to write a good song, I need the stimulation. I need to feel that love and to know I'm doing it in all terms for my partner. So when I do come, it feels good to me. See, that's why I'm saying. I'm saying it's an experience. It's got to be coming from a place of experience. You know what I mean? I think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what causes women to actually have an orgasm if they're not emotionally tied to that person. I guess.
No, but I always say with women it can be different because it's little things like, say you're my man and you ain't put the bins out, but I've always nagged you to put the bins out, and I know you ain't put the bins out. I can't get my head off that. So where's the person you're doing mentally? What's going on in their head? If their head is elsewhere, they've got assignments to do, they've got bills to pay. It might be the last thing on your mind, but I think if after a while, unless I've had people where they haven't climaxed and they've been enjoying themselves. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you're doing. If you're like and looking tired and bored and you're not engaged, then I'll be done. But otherwise, I'm gonna get mine.
Basically, that's a good.
Yeah. Are you back, Country?
Country, man, come on.
I'm back. I'm back.
Question properly.
All right, next question, Rudi. Put up our next question, please.
Yeah. Reject.
Okay, if you had to lose one of your 5 senses, which one would you lose? Rudi, if you had to lose.
I think that's a hard one, right? I think I'd have to lose my sight. I'd lose my sight.
Why is that over taste and things?
Yeah, because I'll be able to taste stuff, I'll be able to feel stuff, I'll be able to hear stuff, and I'm amazed when I see people who walk the street with just a white stick, and the way in which the synaptics in the brain works, that they can map where they want to go, even though they can't see. So I guess it improves your memory as well, because they know exactly how many steps. You know what I mean? They know, and I think I believe that human nature. The thing about people with, in truth, I think people are good at heart, and people actually help you more. Whereas when you're deaf, right, and people don't know you're deaf, they just keep shouting at you, and then they start going, they actually take the piss. Whereas I think when you're blind,
you know what? Don't take the mick out of people like that. You know.
I'm not.
Don't.
I said Peter.
On yourself, you know.
I said Peter. I'm not taking the mick out. I said Peter. Peter, what's your take on it, though, Peter?
I'd say deaf.
Why?
You'd rather lose your hearing?
I'd rather lose my hearing. I mean, obviously, being in the music game and all that would. But if it was those options, losing my eyesight, couldn't deal with that. Of course, the smell and that, you do need that, definitely. Do you understand me? For foods and stuff like that, but I'd rather be deaf, really. If I wasn't in the music.
Wouldn't that kill your career though, Peter? Wouldn't that really? You cannot go on radio. How can you can't go on radio? That's you finished.
I understand, but I'm at that age now where I can sit down anyway, so that's not a major issue.
No, but
I've been doing it for 30 years, so I can retire.
But you won't be able to hear anything, so you can't.
I know. So I can't hear women nagging in my ear hole. Do you understand? I can't hear them.
Let's not beat up the women, because we need women in our life.
You're not beating them up.
You just said nag. Let's have respect to the women.
Yeah.
But if them don't nag, you wouldn't be where you is now.
I think you'd miss that nagging at some point.
You would, Peter. You would.
Nah, I won't miss nagging.
Peter,
mate.
you would.
Nah, I won't miss nagging.
You would, Peter. You would.
Nah.
You think about when a woman's nagging and you go and turn it around and give her the ting. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit. You can't even do that no more. Like, look at her, she's miserable and she's nagging. Let me just change that smile. Change that. I mean, get her making a different face. You would never be able to do that. Come on now. Think about the girl, then. Think about the girl.
No.
Peter, you're selfish, bad man.
No, you know what? It's got its pros and it's got its cons. It has. But
I don't know how you give up your career, man. You've given up your career.
Yeah.
You've given up your career.
Annette, you had it.
It's a hard one, because I'm like, if I lost my sense of smell, I've lost my sense of taste. I think I'm with Rudi. I think it's gonna have to be eyesight, especially because I'm a disability support worker. So the blind can see. It's like they can see with their hands. They can see with their other senses. They can see more. And so long as I've got music and sound imperative. Plus, I don't need to know. All my life, I've been the kind of person that people have laughed at and looked at and laughed at before when I'm not even on stage. So I wouldn't have that problem. I wouldn't have that issue of being, not that I care anyway, but to not even be able to see what anyone's putting in a face or do anything. Life will be just bliss, because I'm arrogant anyway. Yeah. Alone, if I couldn't even see that I'm upsetting someone.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think I could take away. I could go without the sight. There's so much you can do. I've worked with like visually impaired people, and I've seen them just use clicks in their mouth to move around an area. And there's people when they've had correction surgery and they've got sight, it's too much, it's too confusing. What's going on in the world right now? I don't want to see that foolishness. So I probably wouldn't be as heartbroken watching people walk around with like masks on and doing whatever they're doing. Yeah, I'd lose the sight.
Interesting thought. Interesting thought. Wow.
About you?
I don't know, you know, car.
Oh God.
Here we go. Basically.
Careful, man. Why you do that to yourself?
What we did know?
Answer the question,
Answer
man.
the question.
Mate, you just. I'm going to answer the question.
You just said, I don't know. That's not an answer.
Hang on a minute. Give me a chance to try and explain myself, though.
Hang on, Rudi.
Right,
Give him a chance. We'll count to 10.
Basically, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I don't know because, like you said, you see, remember this, you know, you're in an education, yeah? You see before you write. You see before you do anything else. Anything you do, you go and see first. So you basically you need to see before you can do anything else. So,
but you see that in your mind. You see that in your mind. You don't necessarily.
If you close your eyes, you can't see. So therefore, you see.
You can.
Remember,
your
you know,
imagination is in your mind. That's in your mind.
Okay.
When you look, you're looking outside into the world. You're
Yeah.
looking out. You're looking outside of yourself.
But, like I said, and I've said before, because you know, so me in education, yeah? I always tell my kids them, yeah? Before you do any say by the bell.
See,
Why?
that's always happens, isn't it, Rudi? He's always saved
Why?
by the bell.
Why?
Paul said to put you on forfeit. Shout out to the people that are in the chats as well. People are talking every time you're there. Well, go on, everyone.
Don't worry, man's going to be yamming a whole garlic.
Man, shut
of
your
live.
cunt. Right, okay.
Going to be yamming it. And basically, this tastes nice. Yeah?
Okay, we've had 2 questions today. And we have some questions for the panel. Yeah? So I'm going to address a question from the panel. So basically, Cass said, if you overheard a friend telling someone that them smell, eh?
You smell.
That
Cass
you
said,
smell.
No, if you overheard a friend telling someone that you smell, okay, what you would do?
Well, for a start, that ain't my friend. That ain't my friend.
Hang on a minute. Let me point you to direction first. Go on, Annette, talking.
No, I was going, that ain't my friend, because my friend would have been come and tell me that I stink about you going and telling someone else you ain't my friend.
Did that your friend? It's true.
You're not my friend. You would have told me I stink.
Your friend's supposed to tell you anything before you come out of the yard.
Exactly.
Mind you, look at Peter. Well, anyway, shut up.
Left Peter.
You carry on.
Peter.
You carry on,
Peter, your take on it, please.
Son. You carry on.
Peter, your take on it, please.
My check on it is the same. It's obvious, isn't it? It's not your friend. Your friend should come and say to you personally if they feel that that's how you're older or whatever it is. They should tell you, you know what, you pen and ink a little bit. I think you ought to change before you go out. I'm not being rude. I'm just being straight. Whatever. You and them in a conversation, not them to go and tell somebody else, because that's not your friend.
What if, yeah, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. Yeah, your friend did it, yeah? So basically, you know, you smell, but your friend can't pluck up the courage to tell you, say you stink.
It's not your friend.
Thank you.
But hang on a minute.
It's not your friend.
Hang
Your
on.
friend's meant to be through thick and thin.
Innit?
That's
I should know,
friend.
you.
You're not making no sense. That's not
Rudi,
your friend.
hang
No
on,
matter
hang
how
on.
you turn it around.
Rudi, talk, please.
Well, to be honest, the first thing that I would do is go and wash. I don't know, you're not studying whether or not it's your friend and all and thing there. Me, I'd go and go wash. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest with you, I've had times where I've either I've come off stage or something like that, and some close friends have come and told me that, Rude, your BO is a bit high, you know, right? And it's mainly because when I get high anxiety, right, especially sometimes before when I used to go on stage initially in my earlier days, right, the whole of underneath here used to sweat. I mean, it used to just be wet. Everything would be wet from being anxious and that sort of like thing. and then because I'm in the arena for about maybe 2 or 3 hours, and that sweat starts to dry up, yeah, my body odor would come through, and I've had.
But Rudi, look what you're saying though. Someone would come and tell you that because that's your friend.
No,
They
but the
don't
question, I do believe, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
You're
right. Was the question said, if you overheard a friend telling someone that you smell, what would you do? I would go and have a wash. That's what I would do.
But Rudi, you're not in the predicament. You just talk, say you go to.
This man just changes the rules as he goes along. What's wrong with you?
So anyway, you just.
How about you?
Hang on, Pete. I'm talking. So Rudi, you said about you're gone out, your anxiety level, you're on stage, you sweat, blah 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 blah. Okay, fine. Is that a situation where you say you smell, or you just do a job and it just come out, so?
No, I think I understand what you're saying, but I think if I overheard someone say that I smelled, I would leave. I would leave wherever I'm at, because that means that I'm walking around, right? And my aura is an embarrassment now to me. So to save myself the embarrassment, I'm going to take myself out of that situation. Yeah. And like I said, I've been in that situation before, where I've had to, and the thing is that the people who have told, I mean, I didn't overhear, they actually came up and told me. All right. So I understand what Annette said, and I understand what Peter said, but I also understand what the question was. It's what would I do?
Country, what did I say to you when your breath smells?
So anyway,
you're gonna allow that. You're gonna allow that, though.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Answer the question, man.
No, but I think the question was really. No, but you haven't given him a chance to answer the question. You've asked a totally different question. You've asked him a question about.
No. I want him to answer the same one we answered.
Oh, see.
But you're not giving me a chance to answer the question, are you?
Okay, basically.
If you overheard a friend telling someone you smell, obviously I just like what Rudi do left, gone. Where possible, me gone. No trouble say where possible, me gone. If I couldn't leave, I'd have kind of like isolate myself. Because there's times when, not saying that I smell, but I could be in a situation where raw, I can't go nowhere, so I have to isolate myself. So when people come near me, yo, me soon come, I'm a phone. So kind of isolate myself away from them.
Yeah, because you know that wiping the armpits and carrying on, that can't work because the bacteria already didn't soak into the cloth.
Already in there, yeah. Because I used to have to,
anti-bac spray, you're done.
Yeah, I used to have to use this thing called dry claw. I don't know if you heard of dry claw. A lot of the on the white circuit, a lot of the circuit comics use it, which actually blocks the pores in your armpits. It actually blocks it. But then what happens is then the sweat comes through your hands and your feet, or it will come out your head, especially if you're in a state of high anxiety.
Yeah.
So it would show itself elsewhere. It would come out elsewhere. Like some people, when they're under high anxiety, they come out in spots, or they get blemishes, or they get cold sores. But so it really depends. But I think to overhear it is quite embarrassing within itself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So actually overhear.
That's why I would be done with you as a friend, because it's like I have to overhear that. Really and truly, you should have pulled me to one side. But another suggestion is you go down Morrison's. They've got this thing called, because it's the bacteria that smell. Morrison's have got a 70p antibacterial spray. If you've got them stinking trainers, I tell you now, antibacterial spray, smell gone. Kill the bacteria, kill the smell.
Oh, you can put them in the washing machine.
Yeah, but even that, the smell can still be there. You need the antibacterial.
It still stays in your clothes, because it can actually stay in your clothes. Because
that's why you need antibac.
Yeah, they say that the actual smell itself comes from the bacteria that comes out and lands. I
even use the antibacterial deodorant because that's what it's doing. It's killing it. It's killing the smell. Like the bacteria, there is no smell.
Because Yeah, because they have to say that the sweat doesn't really smell. It's not the sweat. It's when it gets into the clothing.
Yeah, get to the clothes and it start mix up with everything and blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. One thing to another thing. Okay, we're good to go. I love that. I love that. We are having that decent conversation.
Okay, so ma'am.
Okay, question. Ra, would you sell your soul to get everything that you want? Mr. Rudi.
I can say no. And I feel that the sacrifices that I've made over the years have found me in the situation that I find myself today. I mean, I could have been on TV quite a long time ago had I decided that I wanted to coon around, or had I decided that I wanted to belittle the black community for the sake of the white community entertainment. It's a hard situation to find yourself in, especially when you know that the money is endless if you decide to go that route. But I think the thing that prevented me from going in that direction was the fact that I have children, and my children would be looking at me, and eventually they would ask me the question, because at some point they're going to read stuff in the newspaper that's going to make them query how I got to where I got to. And I think that price is just too high for me personally to pay. But I must admit, it's a difficult place to be in, because you can become very bitter very quickly, especially when you watch people elevate and jump over you. And you're like, well, look, he's got what I wanted all along. Because I remember when I wanted to play I actually wanted to perform in the Dominion Theatre. I remember walking past there. I remember going and seeing Bill Hicks in there. And I said, yeah, this is where I want to get to. And I want to be the man in here. And then I saw, it was the American comedian, Reginald E. Hunter, ended up playing the Dominion. But in order to do that, he had to put on shows called White Women, where he was applauding the white women. He had to have posters all over the London Transport tube station saying nigger this and nigger that and nigger. And the white audiences were flocking to it. They were flocking. So I know the formula necessary to get to where I would like to be. But I think that my morals and my principles won't allow me to. So the answer to that question is no.
Annette?
A big time no. No, I'm a control freak, and that's some satanic thing. That means someone's got control over you, and I can't have that. I have to do things my way, the way I want. I'm a nightmare as it is. Yeah, no, it's a definite no. There's something not right about that. I think at any time, anyone can make that deal with the devil. Anytime. You know what I mean? You just have to like usher up the devil and say, yo, make everything. It's never been an option for me, because I've got to be in control. And if someone's going to give you something, they're going to want something back in return. And I need to be able to do exactly what I want. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people, like same as Rudi was saying, a lot of people you see that have got everything that you kind of want. You've seen that lack of control. No, I always say to people say, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? I said that when I stop making the audience laugh, then it's done. That's all. You mean, it doesn't matter how great I look, how you mean, if my joke ain't funny and everyone's laughing, even if it's kind of laughter, no. So it's a no. Yeah, definite no. That's a satanic thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell my soul. I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I've tried even on the so-called higher grade radio stations, and I've on there, and you feel like a steering puppet where you're just playing music you don't want to play, and you're entertaining people that you know that haven't really got the same sort of vibe or drive you've got, and it's just to fill a space. And I just had to come out of that because it wasn't for me. And regarding selling my soul, no way on earth. I wouldn't do that. You know, I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. I'd rather retire tomorrow than to stab people. You understand? And that is fact. And that is where you're coming from, because at the end of the day, you know, I go through the same thing. There's things I do where basically I see other people doing and stuff like that. But I know I'm not a follower. I'm a creator. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I would never do that. I would never do that because it's just the same as someone just stabbing you. And they're the same people that will come to you and talk to you in your face and be your friend and pretend they like you. And, you know, they will stab you at the same time. So, no, I would never do that. Never.
Peter, you say you're a creator. What have you created?
I'm a creator.
What you created?
What am I created?
Yeah.
Well, you ought to listen to my breakfast shows. You ought to listen to my drive time shows. You ought to listen to my industry street show, and you'll see what I've created along the way. There's loads of things I've created and I've done.
So anyway, Randy S said you are lying. How you sweat and stutter.
Yeah.
Why you got bad my Randy?
Yeah.
Peter, you look like you're sweating though, Peter. You are sweating a little bit, Peter.
Why don't you answer the question yourself, country?
I'm going to answer it, but I want to know why you're sweating.
I'm not sweating. Far from it.
Okay. Create.
Jackie Williams asked the question, country.
Okay, Jackie. Anybody watch the documentary Fire Festival on Netflix? One guy was prepared to sell his soul and give a next man a blowjob for 100,000 gallons of water in desperation for a festival to rot it.
Yeah, I might do that.
Do you know how much mouthwash he could buy with that kind of money?
But there's no money involved. There's 100 gallons of water.
Is that what he did it for?
One guy was prepared to sell his soul and give a next man a blowjob to secure 100 gallons of water in desperation for a festival to rot it.
That's quite a selfless act when you think about it.
Wow.
Not even for money, for water. For water. That's all right.
That's a messed up documentary. Real.
I think we need to understand why he did that. What is the water? What was the value of the water?
People were hungry and thirsty.
No. In desperation for a festival to rot it. So was the festival going to go on, go on, or the people they want the water? I was going to make the water be an investment.
It's hard, because we don't really know what was behind it.
Well, the money that they would have made if it had gone off right, you'd have needed that water. So again, you were selling your soul, but it would have linked to money. Again, it would have come back for your ass. That's the satanic thing.
Yeah, but if he's selling his soul, I must try to survive.
He was selling his soul because without that water, he's not going to make the money that he needs to make.
So therefore, he's not selling my soul, he must try to survive.
No, because that was a ridiculous amount of money, and then you end up making no money in the first place. So how do you feel now?
So okay, water for the festival. Now let's look at it logically. Yeah, is the water for him to sell at the festival? That way, him not selling soul. He might try survive.
Find another way.
But maybe that's the way. That's the way he probably wants to.
Who's that for, man?
That's the way he probably want to do him thing in it.
Who's that for?
Don't ask, Rudi. Please
Who
don't
the hell is
ask.
that for?
Rudi, just ignore it. Just ignore it, Rudi.
And I'm waiting for a red flag there.
Rudi, just ignore it, Rudi. Ignore.
Martin, if you're waiting for a red flag, man. Jesus Christ, man. Them not any easy tonight, man.
Why, them the easy, man. Joy, shut up. Okay, this one's interesting because there's a story behind this one now. Basically, yeah?
Good.
You go to your friend's house and decide to do a number 2.
Say that again?
You go to your friend's house to do a number 2. The toilet will fall into the toilet before you can use it or flush it. You can use it or flush the toilet? What's your next move? Peter.
Say that again.
That's why it come to me, Peter. What's the matter with you?
Say that again. Go on.
You go to your friend house. Peter, you go to Rudi house. Yeah?
Right.
You go upstairs. You do in on the toilet. The toilet paper drop in on the toilet. You say, raw. What the raw smell I gonna do? The whole toilet paper drop in on the toilet. What you gonna do?
You're gonna have to call someone to get you some more, innit?
Is it? So you're gonna do the ping? Are you gonna do the penguin walk? You're gonna do the penguin walk out of the toilet to go and get something?
You're gonna walk downstairs. Remember your bottom no wipers. All right, now we get in there.
You have to hang on. You would have to say through respect that the toilet roll's falling in the toilet, so you need a bag or something to get it out. Simple. It's your own excrement, so at the end of the day, you wash your hands.
One water.
Shut up.
Annette.
Now, like, I don't know if you saw my campaign for Muslim style, where I'm just like, when the toilet paper scandal came, I'm like, you have to wash your body. So I've already gone to the toilet with my plastic bottle because I don't use toilet paper no more. I use plastic bottle and other means. You mean I've got cloths that I reach down that I boil wash every single day. So for a start, once it's gone down the toilet, I'm gonna have to call someone because the toilet roll down your toilet. I'm gonna be cracking up with laughter for a start because I've already used up the toilet bowl. I shut up your toilet bowl, and now toilet paper's thrown in there. You're gonna hear that from downstairs. My laughter. I'm gonna tell you what I've done, but my batty's getting washed. That toilet paper's getting taken out of the toilet because I don't want to block up your toilet cistern.
That's right.
So I'm gonna have to get a plastic bag, and then I'm gonna have to wash. But if you got a shower hose or a bath next to that toilet, no, I'm hanging over that and washing out my batty piece. And sprinkling dry. I'm sorry.
Rudi?
Wash your batty, innit?
Batty, so you gotta wash your batty. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash my batty and take the toilet paper out of your toilet bowl.
Well, for me, I come in out that room, yeah, with one sock less.
What you gonna do with this sock?
I'll lob it out the window. I'm gonna lob it out the window.
Hey, not even put it in plastic bag. God, man. It's uno mess up the environment, you know. Messing up the environment.
Hold on. There's complaints going on in the comments, yeah? Now, I really don't know why you lot are complaining. We can see red flags, yeah? I see red flags. All right, this is the only person who's committed. Right? Nobody, the only person who's actually committed and said who the red flag was for. The rest of you are just putting up red flags, man. If you just put up red flags and we don't know who they're for, yeah, then what we gonna do? What we supposed to do? Yeah?
Hey, someone got missing.
They come for your country, man. They will come
tell us
for
who
you.
the red flag is for.
And
Yeah, if you don't tell us who the red flag is for, then I'm gonna ignore it.
Countryman
Oh,
didn't even get to answer that question. Yeah, countryman didn't even get to answer that question.
Them lot don't even give him a chance. They don't even give him a chance. They just boot him out the room. They just boot him out, innit? They boot him out.
You know why? Because countryman is brutal. That's why. So no one got countryman's brutal. Countryman.
No, he thinks he's brutal. He thinks he's brutal.
I know they are for country. I did not know, Spike.
You might be keeping out again, Rude.
Who was brave enough to put up name. Yeah?
Rudy, bring him back in and then put him back out again. No, put him back out again.
Andre! What's wrong with you, young man? I'm wicked.
Now put him back out again, Ruth.
In, out, you shake your order.
Hey, country. Now you answer the question. Hang on, Rude. Let him answer the question. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. So,
basically,
I'll tell you a short story. Which question it was? Oh, the toilet paper one now. So, one day, I'll tell you the story, yeah? One day I was on my telephone and we do the thing, and the phone drop in the toilet. As you know, the phone waterproof. Put on the plastic thing, take out the phone, throw some right.
As we can see, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 11 o'clock, which means that the show has actually come to an end. Thank you very much for joining us at Anything Goes podcast. We've had a really good time. Annette, you've been wonderful. You've been wonderful. Please do tune in to me, Rudi Lickwood Rants, on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's 8:15 until 9:15 in the morning. I also have a chat show on the Monday where I will be talking to Leary Wright, who helped us through COVID, and also Jason Patterson, who's a stand-up comedian many of you don't know, okay? Please join me and Countryman on a Saturday mornings, where you will once again be able to see Lethan Lacrete and also Sharon Spice for 50 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood, where Peter Terry fucked up himself, basically. You know what I mean? So I will see you.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, big up to everyone, Birmingham, London, everyone.
No.
Peter and Country, could you please say your last remarks, and Annette will close the show.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go on, Country. You gonna do it?
Now go on.
All right.
No, I'll do it.
Don't forget, Peter Terry, brand new entity to Unique FM. On there on a Wednesday and a Friday with the drive time. Also, I'm giving away CDs. If you want one of our CDs for the podcast, and I'm starting a new 5-day breakfast show on Injection from 7 till 10. For those who thought
don't forget
that
me,
my
don't
breakfast
forget
time
me.
is over, it's not. I'm gone. Speak to you soon. Take care.
Wait, Peter, you forgot me. Friday show. Or am I not invited?
Yeah, and Rudi Lickwood on Friday will be with me. He's joining me on Unique Radio. He is now going to be doing some time with me on Unique FM. All right. Till we meet again, keep streets clean. Peter Terry out.
Okay, people. Basically try to answer the questions then, but every time I try to answer a question, basically, Rudi, ding dong. So guess what? Saturday, catch you all Saturday. You see what I mean? Catch you all Saturday. 15 minutes with me and Rudi Lickwood. And if you was there last week, I demoralized Peter Terry. 3 seconds he lasted. Egg door chart, 3 seconds. People, thank you very, very much for your support right here on a Wednesday, 10 to 11. It's just amazing, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to try to answer questions. I'm out.
I just want to say, enough love, Denise. I have seen you, but I couldn't respond because people were talking. I see my last word saying out is human beings as individuals, especially melanated people, you're absolutely amazing. You're more spiritual and more psychic and more anything that anyone knows. But life's caught up with you. Things are put in play to make you think you're not as brilliant and wonderful as you are. Please don't give up. Every negative is a positive. Negatives only happen in your life to teach you, to lead you in a positive direction. You're amazing. Know how amazing you are. Know we're moving from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension. If you've got an idea, if you're a creative anyway, this is your moment. This is your time. Keep your head up. And remember, there are no coincidences. Every negative can become a positive. And you are an amazing human being. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't watch what's going on in the world. You're amazing. That will be my final word. Big up. Love everyone.